What's going on, everyone? Model Deer Farmer back with you today on American farming, and today we're going to be getting a lot more into our cattle farm that we started last episode. I have played a little bit around on the cattle farm, so we have done some things so far, but first off, we are actually going to get the combine fuel because he's about out and I don't want him to run completely out. We'll just grab some here from the fuel trailer. There we go, he's topped off there, so we can get him going on the cornfield now because we need to keep the corn going so we can keep feeding the hogs. So we'll get him going around on that. And now he's still sitting there. I'm not going to worry about him for right now. But we do have our cattle tractor here, the 1086 with the Case IH mower. I seeded this field as well as mowed it, raked it, and baled it one time already. So we're going to be getting into it again here today. I'm not going to run this myself on this field because I had some issues with the helpers last time. So we're just going to hire a helper here and hope that everything goes well. But he is off at work now. This is a sweet rig here. So we're going to let him be. Hopefully he works out and is able to do that field well. So that's 2 helpers for now, so we don't have any more of those, but we do have our big milk trailer here, which is something awesome. You guys didn't see that, and I'm still stuck. Well, there we go. I just wasted over a minute of my time doing that. But we have our milk trailer here, and I already have sold an entire load of milk, and it got us like 11 grand or something, I think. We're going to pull this over here, see if we can fill it up. I don't know how much we actually have. For some reason, it's not letting me right now. There we go. Nope. Stay there. We're going to fill this up. I don't think we're going to probably have enough for a full load, but we do have a fair amount. Actually, we do have a full load. So, we're going to go over here to our markets. I forget when milk is the best. It's best in October. I'm honestly just going to sell this load right now because we're going to have plenty more coming. So, we're going to be bringing the semi up here past the co-op where we normally get all of our stuff. We're gonna go a little bit into town here, and then right over here by these blue silos is where we sell off our milk at. So we're gonna come right in here, not hit the power pole, come up on this platform, and then be able to sell right there $10,500. So that's gonna be pretty darn good for the farm here. Now, I did buy some more dairy cows, so I got 34 dairy cows right now, and then we also have 4 dairy heifers, which were our calves originally, and you can see here that they got feed right now, but we're gonna need to be making some more. So that's where working on that grass field this video comes into play. Now we also are getting manure, so maybe we can get a manure spreader at some point. I don't know, not a big deal right now as I crash into a tree. Wow, I'm great today. And our combine is already full, so we're gonna need to take care of that, and then we'll get back on over to, well, we might actually do some spraying after that because we are just waiting on that tractor to go on the cattle farm, the grass field right now. So we might just stick over on this part of the farm for right now, but he's unloading, so he'll be good. Actually, I'm going to drive this out of this field quick before the corn starts growing any taller, but this is our P&K spreader. We are going to have to get this going on the field right over here, but we also need to put nitrogen down as well as get it planted. So we're going to get going on that here right now. We kind of got a whole line of equipment just waiting to get into this field here. So we're going to tab on over. He's going good there. He hasn't missed any yet, but once he gets going on the rows, it gets kind of sketchy. But here we go, we're in the MX, we got our sprayer here. Now I am thinking that maybe buying a liquid fertilizer trailer should be probably our next purchase because this thing honestly uses a fair amount of this stuff and I just don't love driving it all the way across. And right now we do have about 30 grand. I don't know how much a spray trailer is, but we may have to get into that. But at the same time, I also want to get a tractor for those gravity wagons so then I could pull a spray trailer with the pickup truck. We'll get there eventually. Also doesn't help that the tractor I'm trying to save up for the gravity wagons is the Magnum, which is like 240 grand. And the only reason I want that is because it goes fast. This machine though, however, does go fast. We're getting this field knocked out. I mean, I know we're just on the outside pass right now, but this thing's wide. We can go 10 mile an hour. So this thing makes pretty quick work of these fields. Hopefully we have enough to finish this field. I don't really know if we will. I think we may run out of nitrogen. This is when it would be super nice to be able to have more than 2 helpers, because I'd love to get a helper going on this, and then maybe I'd go pick up a spray trailer, because that'd be great, but I'm having to do this because we only have 2 helpers available, and I definitely don't want to be the one having to mow that field right now. In the future, we may look at the haying DLC, but right now the smaller equipment should work just fine. I hope you guys all are enjoying the new dairy farm on American Farming, on our save here at least. I think it's going to make us a lot of money. I've already made like 20 grand off of milk, which is pretty darn good, and we don't have to, we're not really kind of waiting the whole year to sell those hogs, sell it like with those hogs, so that should be pretty darn good. And eventually, maybe if we get enough dairy cows, maybe we can sell dairy cows like once our pasture's full and they keep reproducing. I don't know, I haven't tried that yet. If any of you guys know, let me know down in the comment section below. Can we sell our new dairy cows that we would get once our pasture's full, and is it like good money? We're already just on the second pass around the outside of this field, and we pretty much have the main portion of it done. We're just gonna have a little bit left over here on the end. This does not take too long with this piece of machinery. This is a sweet rig and I love it, and it's working out real nice. And there we go, just wrapping up with this field here. So we'll get that folded up, set over here, and then I think we're gonna get going on planting this field of corn. That shouldn't take too long either. Our planter is huge. Things should go pretty smooth. Well, before we get going on planting this field, that field over there looks like we're going to need to unload the combine here. So we'll just go ahead, bring this thing down there. He gets full right there, so we'll just park this thing down here. He'll unload into it, and we will be good to go. There we go. We'll grab the Versatile 305 and get the corn planter folded out, and then get it set in the ground here and get going on this field. We will need to put P&K on it yet. After this, I don't really want to do that myself, so I might wait till something's done on the hay. We'll just kind of see with that. But getting the field planted to corn, and things are going well here on the farm. One thing I have noticed with the game after a couple of these updates here is when it gets to be nighttime, everything does get a little bit darker. It's not as bright as it was before, when literally, if you were looking at this, you couldn't tell if it was day or night. Definitely can tell a little bit of a difference now. It does look a little bit darker, but it's still at the point where you don't need lights or have to worry about any of that stuff, and you can still see and work through the night. There we go, just wrapped up with that field. We'll get that picked up and folded in and parked over here. Now I think we're going to look at our options for a spray trailer. So looking in here in trailers, I don't really remember where they are. It might be in fertilizer applicators. There we go. So they have this trailer, but it's $30,000, so we're a couple grand short, unfortunately. So we have to wait a little bit, but we'll probably go ahead and get this so we can haul liquid nitrogen out to the field, because that'd be really nice. He is still going here, and looks like he's just doing end rows, which is a lot nicer than the way he cut it last time. Last time he was doing back and forth passes, and it was really bad, and he missed a whole bunch, and it was quite ugly. But looks like he's actually doing stuff good this time, so everything's looking great. Here in a little bit, we might get going raking with our other tractor that's up here. Okay, we're going to take this tractor off of the trailer that we have here. Oh look, we do actually have little dairy cows now. The last ones I never saw pop up in here. So we do actually have little dairy cows, and look at how cute they are. Well, we got a whole bunch more dairy cows, which means that they're going to be eating a lot more food, which means I need to get working on bales. So if we go over here to the dairy farm, Yep, we got a lot of dairy calves. We got like 34 dairy calves. So that's quite a lot. And the big ones are out of feed. And the little ones aren't far behind. So we need to get going, making some hay here. So we're going to take this tractor, go hook up to the hay rack. Honestly, actually, I was going to do that. But on first thought, if they're completely out of food right now, it's going to take us a little while to get this stuff all put together and everything. So let's go ahead and take the trailer here and go grab a load of bales from the co-op quick to feed them for right now. I would love for our farm to be self-sufficient and not have to buy hay from the co-op, but right now it's not quite fast enough. Maybe once we get some of that bigger equipment later on, but right now we just aren't quite there yet. There we go, 16 bales bought. Let's go ahead and get them all picked up here onto the trailer, which I'm going to do a terrible job at, but that's just going to be how it is. They'll all get on there eventually one way or another, so yeah, just don't worry about how great I am at this. And then of course this one's not going to want to go on. There we go, all 18 bales loaded up. Let's go ahead and go get these fed to the cows. I believe that we could also chop some corn for silage to feed these cows, so we may have to look into that so we're not just having to worry about hay, because I feel like corn silage would be pretty good to give them a decent amount of feed to keep them going for a little while. But we'll have to try that. Maybe one of our next purchases. I know I keep saying that we got a lot of different purchases, but definitely a lot more things that we need to expand our operation. But we'll get there slowly. But we'll get those bales unloaded and then head over and hook up to the rake. There we go, hooked up to our rakes. We're going to get that unfolded and then put on the ground there, making windrows now. I'm not sure what he's quite doing right now. Doesn't seem like he's doing much anything, but hopefully he'll get back there. I'm a perfect driver. I always stay right on the line where I'm supposed to be, and yeah, let's get this done. This is going to take a little while too, but should only take half the time of what mowing the field does, so that'll be awesome. It is so nice not having to use a tedder in this game compared to Farming Simulator. I loved back in FS19 with the seasons how if you just left it out to dry for a couple days, the hay would dry and you'd be just fine, then you could bale it up. But now, in Farming Simulator 22 with the built-in seasons, they make you use a tedder to dry it out to make hay, and I just hate that. I don't know a single person around here in the US, at least in my area, that uses a tedder to dry out hay. You just leave it sit on the ground a couple days, sit in the sun, and it'll dry out. So, definitely happy that you don't have to do that in this game. He is still not doing anything. Is he ever? Oh, he's starting rows now, and he's skipping a whole bunch. And that's the terrible thing about this field is he does rows over here, and then he drives the end rows all the way around to where it wraps around on the farm place on the other side, and then does a row there, and then drives back to this side. So it's a very slow process with that thing, and the whole rest of this field, the first half went quick, but now the rest of the half is going to be slow, it looks like. But we're getting a good amount raked here, so things should be good for the time being. I can only probably make one more pass around the outside of the field here before we get to that point of having that issue of not having any more hay to rake up. So we'll just keep going for now, though. Working hard or hardly working over there, buddy? I decided that we're gonna have to slow down time here for a little while because part of this area where he already mowed, it was starting to grow back up into grass already, so we don't really want that. So I turned the time speed down. I had it on 15, got it down to 1 now, so that we can finish doing this field without the field being completely grown again. And everyone, the game just crashed. That's beautiful. Doesn't look like we lost very much progress here, but that is something I have been noticing with this new update of the game. I haven't had issues with it crashing for like the entire time it's been out, but in the last like 2 weeks, ever since the hay update came out, I have been crashing in this game so much, and man, did that make our windrow look terrible. Apparently when the game closes out, your windrow becomes very horrible. Man, that looks terrible. Wonder if the baler is going to actually pick that up. But the game crashed right here about as I was getting around this corner here, about ready to hit the 1086. Yep, that's not going to work. Go ahead, buddy. Get going, get back to work. Okay, we can get back to work now. We'll have to see next episode if that area on the outside pass, if we can actually bail that or not, because that'll be interesting. But that's probably going to be it for this one, guys. We'll get into baling the grass field next episode, probably. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, getting more into stuff on the dairy farm here, and getting some of our grass mowed and raked. But I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, give the video a like. Also consider subscribing to the channel. That'd mean a lot to me. We just hit 2,000 subscribers, so I want to thank everyone who has subscribed already. If you have any comments or questions, you can leave those down in the comments section below. But I hope you guys all have a great day, and I will see you all in the next one.